Hey everyone, Greg with Rove Journey. Today we're going to do a quick video for you talking about our setup for our dash cam in the truck. And we did switch models this time, so I'm going to tell you why and our initial thoughts on that and how we wired it up. So if you want any of the things that we have in the video, we will put descriptions below. They're affiliate links. They help us out a little bit, support the channel. So yeah, we ended up going with the Rove R2 4K, and we bought the hardwire kit for it. So it shoots 4K. In our previous vehicle, we had the Vantrue E1 Micro or something like that, the little tiny one. But anyways, I was looking, and the Rove seemed like a good option to try this time. We had some glitchy stuff with the Vantrue in the past, so I thought, you know, we're going to give another one a try. We are buying the more basic dash cams. These are the lower price point models, and they seem to do what they should do. So we bought, the Rove R2 4K. I bought the circular polarizer for the lens separate, so that we get less glare through the windshield. We bought an Amazon Basics memory card, which is working fine in it, even though they do suggest you use theirs. And then we bought the hardwire kit because we didn't want to run a cigarette lighter down from here into the, whatever you want to call it, center console in our truck. That's where ours is located. So yeah, putting it together was pretty simple. I was actually impressed with how it worked out. So we ran the hardwire kit. They came with these little clips. So we stuck those adhesive on there and then tucked it up behind here. It came with a little orange plastic pry tool to be able to pry it back, put it through. And then this was the hardest part, is getting it around this hard plastic between here. We had another set of pry tools. We'll put the link for that that we used. So we had like the professional big group, the bigger ones. We were able to get that tucked in there, and then once you get past that, we have it tucked behind this flap, as you can see there. Comes down here, goes into this thing, which I don't have the tools with me to tear it off right now. And then we mounted the I would call it the relay, the little box that it comes with, inside of there, and then the wires go down into the fuses, which are on the inside down here. The fuses, for me, being a large person, were kind of a pain for me to get in there. But all in all, not that difficult. You need a constant power supply and a auxiliary power supply to make it turn on and off properly and to work in park mode. So for the auxiliary, we used F25. We'll put a little pop-up. We borrowed it from someone else, which is, so the on and off auxiliary, not constant power, which is the floor USB. And then we used F30 for constant power, which was the front camera module. And it also comes with a little clip with a tester. And in here, where you're going to put your ground, it's just a screw on the side. You can clip it on there to double check all of your fuses to make sure they are powered or not powered when it's on and off.
Let's thank today's video sponsor, Epic Water Filters. Be sure to use our discount code DrifterJourney for 20% off your order. From household filtration options like the countertop tank, pitcher, and built-in under-sink filter, to rugged Nalgene water bottles with integrated filters, Epic has you covered. Their filters remove 99.99% of harmful contaminants and are easily recycled and replaced when it's time. Say goodbye to forever chemicals, drink water from anywhere, and know that your purchase supports environmental stewardship across the planet.
So yeah, once you have it all plugged in, super easy to use. There's only a few buttons. You can turn it a little bit on the stand. It's got a nice screen so you can see what's going on, and then a handful of buttons. And where's your cheat sheet at with your buttons?
In the glove box.
So
in that envelope.
We are down in Mexico right now, and we literally just put it in, so we were learning how to use it. So we just came prepared with the double cheat sheet, and it tells you what you can do. So like a long hold on some things to switch modes. You can turn the screen on and off. You can turn the it tells you the speed and direction and all that. You can turn all that stuff off, and then you can click an emergency lock, which will then save the recording that you want at that time. It also has I think they call it the G sensor. So if there is a problem, you crash basically. It'll lock automatically and save that clip. So it does just rewrite over itself the whole time. You can set the clip lengths. We have it set at 3 minutes, and so it'll do 3 minutes until you run out of data, and then it'll go back to the beginning, and it won't record over the locked ones until you run out of all of your room, and then it would start recording over your oldest locked ones. But you can get them on the app and have it to your phone. And if you got enough clips that you need to, if you're recording over stuff, you probably should have taken them off there by then. So yeah, that is the Rove R2 4K. It's been doing great. Like I said, we're down in Mexico. It's pretty hot, and it hasn't had any glitches yet. That was our issue with the last one. When it would get hot in the vehicle, it would just freeze up. So all's well with that so far. And if you have any questions, leave them below. But super simple install. I'd say it still took a bit because it's a pain, but it's a simple process to get it going. So if you have any questions, leave them below. Thank you for watching.